massing is nothing but, okay, I'll just create one new or more new file. Okay, so if you go to this massing and site option, so here you will find the multiple options. Okay, with respect to the conceptual mass. So what exactly the conceptual mass it is? Okay, so when we are talking about some kind of irregular shapes, okay, what exactly irregular shape? So I'll just showcase you a few things. Okay, so you can easily understand. Okay, so just see the some few of the images, how massing can be done. Okay, see this kind of images or this kind of irregular shapes, basically if you want to create. Okay, so for creating this kind of a shapes or this kind of a, see this is one kind of showrooms kind of thing they have created. Okay, so this particular shapes, basically we cannot create with respect to your building element. Okay, like our building element is like we have the wall, then floors. Okay, so all those building element is having one important feature or one important command inside it, like a wall by face. Okay, so like this face means if you want to create a wall by a massing, then we can use this option. If you go to the floor, you can see floor by face option. If you go to the roof, you can find a roof by face option. So all this building element is having one more added, like added one extra option that can be created as a massing element. Okay, so if you see the similar kind of images what I'm showing right now, so this kind of images basically we can made under the massing, because we cannot create such kind of elements by using this building element. So if you want to create a roof like this, so your roof never can be molded, or you cannot create such kind of surfaces. Okay, so when you want to create like this, you need a certain points to be no adjusted, or the surfaces can be adjusted into the multiple mesh points. Okay, so this kind of a uh, shapes, or we can say this kind of a geometries, basically specifically we are creating with the help of massing. Okay, so this is how we need to create. So you can see this one surface, this like a rotational building, easily how they have created. So this kind of a structures. Because automatically if you create the mass, automatically this floor can be generated inside this building. So if you how we are creating right now, we are creating one kind of a floor, then adding the like surfaces, materials, everything manually we are going to create. But if you want to create kind of this structure, okay, which is like a rotational one or into the irregular shapes, then you need to create a mass for this particular specific buildings. Okay, so we'll just try to create one few things about the massing. So we'll starting from the basic only I'll teach you, and then finally we'll try to create kind of this kind of structure for the rotational building, and then how to add the floors, how we can keep the furniture and all. Okay. Okay, so if you go here, and let's say here if I want to create a mass. Okay, so some of the default or the predefined massing families are also available inside this. So just go here, and here you will find the place mass option. Okay, so I'll just click on in place, and it will ask you to create a mask. So just keep mask 1, and here once you create this, it will ask you to create your own mask. Okay, so let's say I want to create something with respect to this structural. Okay, I just created this rectangle. So once you create a rectangle, here you need to define what you want to create. Okay, so whether it's a solid form or the, so I'll just create a solid form. Okay, you can see this line I have converted in terms of the solid forms. If you see, this is my box or the solid object that I have created. So now if I want to adjust this box, you can see easily you can control it. Okay, so right now if you see, I have only 4 surfaces because I just created a normal box. But later on, if I want to divide these surfaces into the multiple segments, or if I want to adjust something according to my own standard. So in that scenario, what you need to do? So I'll just create a kind of one building. You can see, I'll just increase the height. Just assume this is one building tower. Okay, and now I want to define this surface into the multiple elements. So once you click this surface here, you will find divide surface option. So I'll just simply click on divide surface. Okay, now if you see, this surface has been divided into the multiple panels. You can see. Okay, I'll just create it like this. Okay. Now if you see how I'm adjusting, I want to create some kind of a tilted building. So I'll create like this. Now you see. Then also this surface I want to divide into the panels, and okay, I want to adjust like this. Okay, so I'm creating a building like this somehow. Okay, just try to understand how I'm creating. Okay, and something like this to be adjusted. If you want to divide this surface as well, you just click it, edit in place, click the surface, and here you have this multiple options. So right now we are just like understanding about this divide surface. So surface means the entire, now if you see the entire surface selecting as a one individual element. But if you divide this surface into the multiple panels, so like this, you can individually control it. Okay, if you see this into the multiple panels or into the multiple things. So if you want to adjust this pattern as well, so for adjusting this pattern, you will finding some few options over here. Okay, so right now I have pattern like border tile. So just go here and just put overhanging. Then how much grid layout you want. Okay, whether it is 10 by 10 or 11 by 12, like you just put it the values. Okay, and then just adjust it whatever you want. Just divide into the multiple elements. So here, just turn off the surfaces. Now create something on top of this. Okay, this surface I want to create a surface. Created something like this. Now, if you want to create a floor inside this building, okay, so here you will find the mask floor option. So just select it, and right now we have only the two levels. If you click, you can see only two levels has been, one level has been, this floor has been created. Okay, but what we will do, we will create a number of floors. Okay, so I'll just adjust these levels. Okay, we'll adjust the height first of all this. Let's say 35,000, 3.5 meters, sorry. Okay, and on top of this, we will add few layers at same distance. Let's assume 10 floors for time being, and just create this structure till 10 floor. You don't want to create this inside one. So I'll just remove this for temporary purpose. So you can remove or not. Okay, so let's say up to this we have created this much of structural. I'll add just few layers to sit properly the number of layers over here. Yes. Okay. Now if you see, I want to create the floors inside this. So I'll simply select the entire building and I'll click the mask floor option. And on whichever levels you want to create a floor, just select the levels. You see, number of floors that automatically created. Okay. Similarly, if you want to create a walls and everything, okay, how we can create this? Simply you need to select one element like a wall element over here. Let's say go to this one, create by wall face and just select the wall. Okay, which are the walls you have been selected. Select this. Okay, select this. Select this. Select this. Okay, you can see automatically this entire structure has been created with respect to the wall. Okay, all the shapes will be taken to the real one. Okay, so this is how we can actually create the masking structure inside the Revit. Okay, so whichever the things or whichever the material you are going to apply. Similarly, how we have created for the wall. So same option you will be finding under the roof, like wall roof by face. Similarly, you will find floor by face. Then in component, we have one more option like model in place. Okay, so we will discuss this option, what exactly the model in place it. Okay, so this is how with respect to your own shapes, you can actually create it. Okay, similarly, if you want to twist the entire building, so in that scenario, what you need to do again, if you need to go to the mass and site. Okay, so you want to here you have a few options like whether you want to create a wall, roof, floor, same similar options what you have seen here. Okay, you can see wall by face, same option you will find wall by face. Okay, only with respect to the massing family. Okay, so it is considering kind of a generic model and which will be flexible to adjust the shapes and adjust the uh, boundaries of the surfaces for the particular element. Okay. Similarly, if you want to create like kind of a twisted building or something, then in that scenario, what you need to do simply you need to create a surface. You can go to massing and site in place mass. Okay, let's to create a surface. Let's say create somewhere here like this. Okay, and after converting, select this. Once you select this line mass, so this lines basically we need to convert into the solid form. Then only it will considered as a mass. Otherwise, it will only show the lines. So if you select directly finish mass, it will not showcase you the 3D object. It will just showcase you as a 2D lines. Okay, so make sure whenever you want to create a mass, first you need to select the lines and then we need to create a solid form for the particular object. Okay, after creating this one surface, you need to go to the elevation part, select the surfaces where you have created this surface. You just adjust the what we can say the height or something for this one. Okay, which is the height that you are going to create and then give the rotation angles. Okay, so how we can given the rotation. So go to this one. Okay, just put it copy paste and align to selected all and just create the multiple views up to this one. So for all the levels, it will get created. Okay, then once you set this, you need a proper rotation angle for all these geometries. Okay, then go to 3D views. Okay, so where you will see this all structures that has been created. If you want to merge, you can merge into the one geometry because it should be the connected one, right? I think we need to create it individually. It's not like this. Okay, select the surface. Yeah, put some height up to here, suppose. Okay, and then need to provide the angle. So if you just go to this one and provide the rotation angle, let's say 30°. Okay, then go to the level one, then provide the angle from 60°. Okay, so if you go here, sorry, if you go to this one, 3D view, you can see these angles multiple. It's not turning. Just a minute, I'll just check why it's not rotating. Okay. Yes, somehow it's tilted. And then once it is tilted, you can add the floors for all the levels. See, all the floors has been added. Now, if you want to convert this entire surfaces into the a wall or something, you just simply select this surface and create a wall. How we have selected for this element. Okay, and even actually you can keep some furniture element inside these floors as well. So if you go to this any of the randomly any of the levels, and let's say if you want to place something on this, simply just place it. Okay, or you can place you don't have anything to place. Okay, let's say one more big table over here. Okay, if you go to the again this view, you can see all the furniture elements to be properly placed on the required level. So wherever and whichever level you're going to open, like let's say I have put on the level 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so on fifth floor, suppose I have put some elements. So those can be properly placed to the required or the corresponding levels. Okay, so this is how we can basically create a massing. So one more thing, we can actually twist it. So that one more option I'm not able to find right now. I'll just later on I'll tell you where you will find that twist option. So with respect to this twisting option, you can actually not rotate the building like this. Okay, so if you see this image now, so you can actually rotate the building by 45 angle by fixing the one edge. Like the bottom edge will be the fixed one, and with respect to the bottom and top, in between it will be properly turned into around the z-axis. Okay, so I will just explore this option, like how we can tilt it, and hopefully tomorroor or day after tomorrow I'll try to explain you how we can twist the building.